Hello, can you hear me? Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Hello, welcome to Atomic Movie Reviews Film Society. I'm your host, Atomicon Rex. Here we discuss films that have a narrative background in aliens, ghosts, robots, and creatures. And today we're going to do a deep dive. We're going to talk about Beetlejuice. Now, the reason we're going to talk about Beetlejuice is because they said that they're going to be making a Beetlejuice Part 2. Now, the reason they're going to make a Beetlejuice Part 2, okay, is kind of the reverse from the original Beetlejuice. So, if you don't know, they made the original Beetlejuice back in the 1980s. I don't know, 87, 88, something like that. And then after the Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton was cast as Batman. And so he got the Batman role from Beetlejuice, or, something in between. Fast forward, I don't know, 50 years into the future. And now he got cast in The Flash, where he plays Batman again. And so because of that, now they've been talking about making a Beetlejuice Part 2. But now that Michael Keaton's actually in another movie, they could bank on him. Okay? And so they're going to make a Beetlejuice 2. At least that's what my sources are telling me. Okay, so we're going to do a deep dive. Okay, so Beetlejuice is basically a demon. He's okay. So I saw this movie when I was young. Okay, and this is the thought that I got from this movie. There's this picture out there. It's a popular picture. I don't know the name of it, but it's like clocks. So you have a bunch of these melting clocks, and it just looks surreal, like in another world. So you have one clock that's like dripping, and another one that's melting, and another one that's twisted. It's just weird, abstract time clock painting, right? But it gave me a feeling when I looked at this picture, this otherworldliness, this eerie feeling when I looked at it. This is the only movie that came close to capturing that feeling. And even to this day, when I think about that picture, I think about this movie and vice versa. So anyways, so he's a demon. He's not like a dead human being. He's not just a ghost. He's a demon. He's a winged demon. So it starts with, he's like a freelance bioexorcist. So what he does, okay, so in their world, in the world of the dead, in this movie, it's basically an inverted world of our reality. So in this world, he exorcises human beings that are like living in the house and everything. So he haunts the house, basically. He haunts the house to get the people out of the house. And so that's basically what this Beetlejuice character in this movie is. Now, I went back and forth from the movie and the script, so it's a deep dive. Okay, so basically in the script, he's envisioned as a Middle Eastern businessman with a pinned, striped, worn out suit. Bad teeth, green hair, like just a wild Joker looking type of person. In the script, his true form is a winged demon. Now that's never depicted in the movie or anything like that. Okay. He has a curse. Something placed a curse on him. And he's not allowed to say his own name. Basically. That's basically what the curse is. He could spell it. Okay, but he cannot say it. In the movie, they have to dig up his grave first, and that kind of summons him after they dig up his corpse, and they can control him by saying his name 3 times. Now, in the script, you can't control him by saying his name 3 times. Once he's dug up, he's like basically unleashed onto the world. And he could travel between both worlds. He could travel between the world of the dead and the world of the living, which the deets, which the main characters in the movie cannot do. They just don't know how, because they just really just died, so they really don't know how yet. Okay, what is his main motive in the movie? He wants to get out of the realm of the dead, the Neither Realm. And so in order to do that, he has to get married to one of the people who bought the house's daughter. So it's basically him trying to seduce her, at the same time scare her parents out of the home. It takes place between our realm and the Neither Realm. So the Neither Realm is the place where one spirit descends upon death. It's basically a place that's below the surface of the earth, and it's the abode of the souls of the dead. It's neither here or there. Okay, it's not heaven, but it's not hell. It's just a place that you go into the afterlife. So these people die in a car crash, and they enter the Neither Realm, and it's their first time being in the Neither Realm, so they kind of have to figure things out. As they notice that they're in the Neither Realm, there's certain laws there are certain magical laws that are based in the realm of the dead, right? So they can't see their own reflection, thus, because they're dead. When they realize that they're dead, there's a book called The Handbook for the Recently Deceased in the movie. It's a really cool book. The concept is really cool. It's basically a contact modality, or it's a book of the dead for the dead, if that makes any sense. It's a holy Bible for dead people. I shouldn't say holy Bible, but that's what it is. It teaches you how to live and conduct yourself in the afterlife and the rules and regulations that are in it. And so they start reading through this book, and that's basically how they're informed about the Neither Realm and the certain different rules, like knocking 3 times. There's no reflection. They're basically haunted in a house. Okay, so they're trapped into this house for 130 years or something along those lines. And so since they're stuck there, every time they leave the house, they step into the void. Okay, so they're already in the Neither Realm. They're already in the afterlife. Okay, but they're trapped into this house. So when they try to leave the house, they step into what they call is the void. And basically, you step outside the house, you end up in a strange desert. And you're basically preyed upon by these giant kaiju-like sandworms unless you get back into the house. That encounter only lasts a couple seconds. If you go into the void, it's only a couple of seconds. But your partner is going to experience you gone for hours. Okay, because time is different. Time is all warped and bent in these realms. Okay, so there was another part in the movie about the haunted house. They bring so Beetlejuice attacks the family when they're having a dinner party, okay, and he's doing it to kind of scare them away, but he did it in a way that was fun, and so they were more entertained by the phenomenon than scared. So they start talking about transforming the area into a tourist spot and making money off of it. They're capitalists, so there's money to be made. And it's very similar to the Skinwalker Ranch effect. Okay, so where you have in Skinwalker Ranch, there's a tale where 2 native tribes were warring over each other, and one native tribe put a curse on the other tribe. Okay, and they called it the Skinwalker curse. And the skinwalker basically takes the form of different animals and kind of like just terrorizes the village or the town. But it could only be, it's witchcraft. That's what it is. It's really witchcraft. So it's a haunted house. But now, you know, they got TV shows, they have movies about it. There's a tourist, you could go visit the place. You know, there's all this spectacle surrounding the haunted house. And that's kind of when I was watching Skinwalker Ranch about 3 weeks ago, I thought of the movie Beetlejuice. Okay, now I wasn't thinking about doing a deep dive on it, but I did think about the movie Beetlejuice, and maybe something along those lines is what was happening at Skinwalker Ranch. You know, maybe it is haunted, okay, but whatever's there sees us as dead and haunting the place as we see it as dead and haunting the place. Okay, anyways, so enough for that. So, okay, so when he steps into the void, they call it the limbo. Now, in the book or in the screenwriter, it's a massive void filled with these giant clocks and gears, right? And what I liked about the concept in the screenplay was they went to a different limbo every single time they stepped out. Okay, so it wasn't always, you know, the sandworm desert realm. One world was a clock realm, okay, and where there's these clocks just driving by you, and if you get hit by the clock, it basically kills you. And that's what's going on in that world. Okay, so one world is you're getting attacked by sandworms. The other one, you're getting attacked by, you know, breaking clocks. Like every time you step out of the house, you get placed into a different reality. Now, there was a good part in the screenplay that wasn't shown in the movie where the wife of the main character steps into a mirror. Okay, and she steps into the mirror and she comes out through the closet door. It's like really weird. But when she stepped through the mirror, she actually got lost into the void. Okay, and she had to find her way back. She had to find another door. And the door was a closet door. Okay, so it's just, you know, the spiritual realm, at least when it comes to Beetlejuice, it's really, I don't know, the laws of reality are a little different. So I just thought it was really, really interesting. So anyway, so that's basically that's our deep dive. That's the differences in the script. Beetlejuice is intent on killing the people in the house instead of just scaring them away. Another difference from the script is that he doesn't just want to marry the little girl. He wants to have like sex with her. Like he wants to knock her up. Like it's not about him getting out. He doesn't care about that. He just wants to have sex with her. In the screenplay, he just needs to be removed from his grave. There's no saying his name 3 times. There's no curse. You can't control him. Once he's unleashed, he is unleashed, and you have to wait until he's done doing his deeds. So he can wander the world freely, and he appears to different characters at different times, but he's always in a pinstripe suit. So if he appears to you as a rat, you know, and he's like biting you or something like that, it's going to be a striped rat. Or, you know, like there's always going to be stripes that give off or cue you into his nature, his real nature. So anyways, that's my deep dive for that. We'll see what the movie's like. Sorry I'm low energy and we've been filming all day. So there you go. Tom McCon Rex out. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.